This may sound really obvious, but you really have to think about this and really understand it. You've got to care. You really have to care. As guys, we're taught, at least I was anyway. I don't know, maybe you guys can relate, but typically we were taught, no emotions, just be guys, whatever. But then when it comes to something like this, which is a very emotional day, I mean, there's lots of things happening that are going to be different for us and that sort of stuff. It's okay to care. It really is. And not only that, not only do you need to care about it, even just a little bit, ask her what she cares about with the wedding. It's a question that we ask now and then. What's important in your wedding? What's the most important? What do you care about? And that sort of stuff. Because if she really cares about one specific part of that day, say it's the first look when it comes to pictures, right? So your photographer's setting up the first look. Maybe that's the most important thing, but you think it's something else. You might go through and do all this planning for another thing that she just does not care about, like washing the cars. Could be anything. So again, talk to her, ask what's important to her, and care. Just a little bit even. The next point, in the plans, we were talking about photos. We're talking about engagement photos. You can discuss where these photos are taken, right? I mean, a lot of this is communication. That's a big part of this. So when you're talking about engagement photos, don't just roll your eyes. This is your wedding too, guys. That's the major thing to remember. This is your wedding too. So discuss where the photos can be taken, and you can suggest some places, right? I mean, the photographer is going to have some ideas of where some great places are to take pictures, but some of the best photos come when you have, maybe you take her to, or suggest taking her to where you had your first date, right? Or maybe where the proposal happened or something like that. Something that means something to you too. Which will be really cool for the photos, and it has it'll create a backstory for the photos, but it'll create different images too, because even your facial expressions will change and your body vibe will change. It's pretty cool. So suggesting that might be a really good idea, including some of your hobbies. Ask or suggest saying, honey, you're really big into volleyball. Why don't we bring a volleyball along with us, or go to a volleyball court or something like that? So if you're into sports, you can go to a hockey rink. I've had people that have gone to the sportsplex and gotten on the ice on skates and did a little bit of a skate, and the photographer took pictures there. If farming's your thing, have shots of implements or something like that. Pets are family, right? Maybe include those. So that's a good thing to do. Another point to talk about in the planning stages, we move on, is wedding party gift ideas. Wedding party traditionally, the groomsmen get some sort of gift for being a groomsman. The bridesmaids get some sort of gift for being a bridesmaid. That's something that you guys can talk about, right? I mean, she's going to want to know what you want to buy your guys. Well, ask her what she wants to buy her girls. The same thing applies. Another thing to talk about regarding gifts, and this just kind of leads into this one, and this one's actually a little bit more important, is the idea of discussing whether the two of you, yourself and your fiance, are actually going to be exchanging gifts yourselves. Super important. Nick got me a chain with a cross and stuff like that, and I dropped the bomb and didn't get her anything. Idiot move, right? However, if I would have talked to her in advance, I would have known in advance that these are the things that we want to do. So talk about giving gifts and exchanging gifts and that sort of thing. If she says, no, we're not going to do the gifts, that's fine. Go an extra step. And no matter what it is, it could be the smallest thing. It could be a chocolate bar. If her favorite chocolate bar is Kit Kat, go buy her a Kit Kat. That can be your gift. If she doesn't get you anything, no worries, man. No worries. But then you stepped up because you thought about her. You thought she's going to appreciate this. So that's just one little thing. Again, it doesn't have to be anything extravagant. It's just something really cool.